Hey everybody, this is not a mukbang, and it's not an ASMR video. It's just a come chit chat video. I did an update video because I haven't been on here obviously in so long. I did an update video about what happened after my hemorrhoids, but I took them down. And I would re-record. I said I would re-record because I was moving a lot. So pretty much, sorry y'all. Pretty much what happened after my hemorrhoid video, you know, I was soaking and doing all this stuff. I ended up getting misdiagnosed about 3 times, I guess. Well, they all were correct, but none of them were like, they were all correct when I went to the hospital. And honestly, I ended up being diagnosed with an anal fissure. The hemorrhoids came and left. The fissure was there to stay. And it was horrible, you guys. Like, I dealt with the anal fissure for like a month and a half, and honestly, I got real lucky that my insurance through my former job, which that's a whole nother conversation to talk about, I didn't need to see a primary care because I don't have a primary care, even though I work in the healthcare field. That is not good. But I don't have a primary. I have one, but at the time I couldn't get in to see him because I did try. And I knew I wasn't going to survive till September. So I was able to get what I needed, and I went to a specialist, a colorectal specialist. And she was the one that was like, I think you might have a fissure, but we need to make sure. She's like, I'm worried because you're having bleeding. But like I told her, I have chronic hemorrhoids. So that was not unordinary for me to have rectal bleeding. Disclaimer, I will be talking about bleeding and the anal canal. So if that stuff sickens you or anything like that, you might want to exit out now. I won't be offended. Sorry, I'm weird. So I, did what I had to do as far as going to her, and she was like, I want you to see an not an endocrinologist, but somebody that deals with, a gastroenterologist pretty much, excuse me. And he did an upper endoscopic exam of me, and he did a colonoscopy, which I'm 25, y'all. It can happen. To make sure I didn't have anything. Couldn't find out I had like a polyp that had been there for like years, but he was able to categorize it, which in terms of, you don't know what categorize is, it's to like break down or destroy. So he was able to like burn it, and it was fine. He was like, just avoid spicy food and stuff like that. He's like, but I don't think you have any irritable bowel or Crohn's or anything like that. He was like, but I do want you to do a colonoscopy again next year, which you gotta pay for the first one, of course. But I went back to her, and she's like, okay, because I was using this cream, this compounded cream, which, mind you, here in South Carolina, this cream was not covered by my insurance. It was $52, well, $56 the first 2 times, and then it went down to $52. I don't know how. But it was compounded with Nephrodine, which is a blood pressure medication which stops the constriction of the heart muscle, and which that's what I was having. That's what was causing me such excruciating pain, y'all. Like, when I say excruciating pain, like, the pain was so bad. I couldn't sleep in my bed. I had just bought my bed. And because I just moved and I just purchased this bed. I honestly had not slept in this bed but maybe like a month or 2. And I hadn't even been able to sleep in it. I had to sleep on the floor. And anybody who knows me, I don't sleep on the floor. So I was sleeping on the floor for about a month and a half, 2 months. And it was so freaking rough. But it was the only way I could get like really comfortable sleep. And the last apartment we just moved out of had bugs horribly. Pest control was horrible. And so I had to be careful sleeping on the floor too, to not get stuff all on me or in my bed or on my clothes when I went to work. Also, mind you, I was working my former job or the urgent care, so I was working 12-hour shifts standing the whole time, so that did not help either. So, you know, it was times I had to call out of work. I had to miss like a whole week and a half worth of work because I was in so much pain between the hospital and just not being able to take it. Honestly, my job found me to be a joke. You know, I really feel like my manager thought I was faking. And, oh, ask the doctor what you should do. And he's not even my primary care provider. Why would I ask him? But I guess being an MD. And, you know, he was like, oh, yeah, you got that going on. And I mean, y'all, anal fissures are nothing to play with. As soon as you get an anal fissure to that point to where I don't even think you should wait to the point you can't take the pain anymore. I honestly think you should go ahead and see a specialist as soon as you are diagnosed properly, meaning that they're gonna have to put their hand up there. They're gonna have to put the finger up there, or at least look. And honestly, you need to see a specialist, a colorectal specialist, a gastroenterologist. You need to see one as soon as possible. Do not wait till the pain gets excruciating and you can barely walk. Y'all, I don't know how many times it got to the point I could not walk. I was passing out on the floor because I could not stand up. I'm not being over dramatic or overemphasizing, y'all. When I'm telling you this is how I was, this is how it was. And my pain tolerance, I feel like, I mean, I've had a broken pinky toe. I've had several broken toes. I've had surgery on my thumb 3 times. You know, I've twisted my ankle 3 times. I deal with arthritis now. I get the occasional headaches and stuff like that. I have 2 piercings. But y'all, this put and dealing with chronic hemorrhoids, this put me to shame. Like this was ridiculous, y'all. Like, do not wait to be seen. And you know, there are a lot of places out here. I know in South Carolina, locally where I live at, they have a lot of places that can help you if you cannot afford stuff. So don't feel like you can't afford it. And I put out so much money, y'all, because my insurance at my former job was crappy as all get out. And I put out a lot of money to see specialists. I mean, I'm still putting out a lot of money even after the procedure. I mean, I still got to pay the doctor's office off. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, everything is going good. I'm pretty much a plus on the up and up. I had to, at the end of the day, y'all, I used, the cream, back to the cream I was talking about, the Nephrodine cream. It was Nephrodine, Lidoderm, and lidocaine. Lidoderm is a steroid, and then lidocaine, of course, is like a numbing agent. I used that. It's going really, really well. But I know when I got my colonoscopy, my endocrinologist was like, you're going to need some extra help because this is not going to heal. So the options were get a Botox shot, which I was praying to God was covered by my insurance, or get a more invenous or more difficult procedure, which was surgery, and would be cutting me, and I could, even both with the Botox, could become incompetent, which means that you can doo-doo yourself without warning, no control. So I was real nervous about it, but you know, I'm glad I chose the option of the Botox shot. I'm glad I had a good provider that was there with me every step of the way. She was awesome, fantastic. I'm supposed to see her again this month, but starting this new job, I don't think I'd get a chance to step out. So I'm actually just going to push back my appointment for September. and then also try to pay off my bill. So I'm going to try to push it back to September, because she said we're just going to keep it like every month now to every month and a half. So I'm probably going to see if they have anything at the end of September to see her. But y'all, do not wait till that pain gets so unbearable. You're like, I can't take it anymore. Do it. I mean, do what you have to do. Yeah, I thought I was going to like be homeless. I thought I was going to lose like my job, money, everything, because this just hit me out of nowhere. And honestly, you know, at the time I was also stressing out about the job I was just formerly on and how crappy they were. And my friend was like, you know, I'm religious, so again, if this part bothers you, skip ahead some. But my friend was like, this is just God telling you need to slow down, because you're always going and stressing. And it was funny because one of the providers there that I adore, she was like, you have chronic hemorrhoids, but which I normally have like maybe 2 bad flare-ups a year, just because some type of food I eat just doesn't agree. My fiber levels just out of whack. And she said, if you're under stress, you're gonna get them, because I told her I don't get constipated like that. And she said you could be under stress and you can get the fissure. And I was like, that's what it was, because I was dealing with a lot of stress at the time. And boom, bada bing, I got a fissure. Never had one in my entire life since being diagnosed with hemorrhoids when I was 16. And that was a bad time too. When I was diagnosed with hemorrhoids, oh God, it was horrible. But yeah, so don't wait. And don't be afraid to get the Botox shot. Get the Botox shot before you get the surgery. Honestly, again, I was a success. I have a, what are they called? A skin tag around my anus. And I think it's decreased in size since I seen my provider the last time. And it's been fine. I still have to be careful with constipation. Seems like the older I'm getting now, I'm getting more prone to it now. And I also have to be careful with just what I eat in general. The cream would have helped me, I feel like, if I had not drank coffee that day, which I don't drink coffee, but I drank it one day. Gave me lava bowels and just really made the pain worse. And the cream just stopped helping. I have since been using the cream. Now, I will say I have to actually call, because there's specific pharmacies that make it. I do have to call my pharmacy and pray to God they didn't throw out the prescription. I do have to call them and let them know to go ahead and fill it, because I'm going to get some more. I do have a little container. I think it's in my purse on my bed. And it's literally like you squirt it on your finger, rub it in the rectal area 5 times a day. I honestly do it as needed now. I don't even do it 5 times a day. Just because I don't feel like I need it. You know, like you have like a medication you use, because it was honestly to help with the muscle contractions and stuff, and to help with the fissure healing. But I feel like my fissure's gotten so much better. They said they can come back, but I honestly feel like you would have to be constipated. Me personally would have to be constipated every single day. I do have Miralax for emergencies. I do have Colace, which is to help stool softening, and I have fiber pills to help with that. So I pretty much feel like this was really bad stress over the years, just built up, and then this happened. It's like a tear in your life. But don't be afraid to get the Botox shot. Don't be afraid to try all options. And I feel like, honestly, surgery should be your last option. But yeah, if you have any further questions about my hemorrhoid journey, well, excuse me, my anal fissure journey, let me know. I feel like I kind of rushed through it. I still do follow-ups. Like I said, I'm probably going to push this appointment back since I started a new job into the end of September, which is fine. But yeah, I'll keep y'all updated with it. Like I said, if y'all have any more questions that you're like, oh, how long did healing, how was the shot, all that stuff, 'cause I didn't really go into detail with that, you can feel free to ask me those questions. Honestly, I will tell you those, though, about a month and a half in, the pain is totally gone. Besides my skin tag that sometimes just get irritated from bowel movements, which I feel like it's gonna be fine now. I can just live with it. And I will tell y'all that getting that shot in your rectum, Botox shot, hurt like hello the first day. Like right after I got it and I had to go home for recovery, I was in so much pain. I was in worse pain that I passed out because I think the anesthesia knocked me out, and then I passed out because the pain got so bad. I was screaming, y'all. Like, I was like, ah! Like, I have been screaming, no kid y'all not. I have been screaming with the pain of the anal fissure, but I was like, I passed out. I don't even remember passing out on the floor, y'all. And my roommate's mom was over at the time, but she didn't come in until after the fact that happened. And I woke up late that night. So, for all I know, I could have woke up dead. And, you know, that would have been nasty with a bad stench coming out the room. Seeing that. It was crazy, too, because my roommate had just went home. I want to say permanently, not permanently, but to do her internships. Because I think I had a procedure in June, but she came back, no. Because she was here till July, so she had just went home that weekend. So she wouldn't have found me until that Monday. Crazy. But all is well. Again, you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. Skip through the video as much as you like to certain spots. I try to be as informative as possible. Also, 3 months. Give it 3 months for that Botox shot to work. You know, I do say if you feel like the pain is getting more excruciating, don't not getting the Botox shot at least one more time. If this happened to me again, jinx, knock on this wood, I would get the Botox shot again. I would already know it again. But other than that, you guys, I'm going to leave y'all. I'm going to try to make some more videos today. Nothing's promised. And I'm going to go eat my lunch because it's cold. Or about to get cold. So thanks, guys, for hanging around and sticking around with me. Bye.